A number of you listeners sent me this article from the MSNBC website. This from a purported contributor to something called The Today Show, a show that I wouldn't watch in a hotel room. A lot of other things I do in a hotel room, but in a hotel room, your viewing choices are extremely limited. You know, at home, I'm completely spoiled. I have DirecTV, 350 channels, a couple of DVD players. I've got TiVo, and I go to a hotel, and I've got ABC, NBC, CBS, maybe Fox, almost never UPN or the WB. And I've got CNN Headline News, possibly Fox News Channel. That's it. Many times when I'm at a hotel, I find myself tuning between the 8 or 9 stations I have to choose from and watching shows I would never watch. Ever. Because when you got TiVo, you're rarely channel surfing anymore. You're simply watching all the shows that you chose to watch from start to finish. People who say that TiVo changed their lives, that's really true. Certainly in that respect. Because what guy doesn't like to sit there with the remote and just start flipping? But once I got TiVo, I stopped doing that. Now I just look at a list of shows, all shows I want to watch, and I just watch one of them. And the only time I touch the equipment at all is to fast forward through the commercials, which I never watch. I'm not going to be politically correct and say, oh, yes, I watch the commercials, too. No, I don't. I can zip through any hour-long show in 44 minutes. I could zip through a sitcom in 22 minutes. And any annoying award show that goes on 3-4 hours in my house, an hour and 45, and I'm out. Done. Simple. But I find the Today Show to be so boring, so chick-friendly, so annoying that even in a hotel room, I wouldn't watch it. Even when I've only got 8 choices. I'd sooner watch headline news repeating the same material over and over than to watch that moron Katie Couric. All these perky people. Not to mention those annoying concerts they do in the summertime. And the other thing I hate about the Today Show, while I'm on the subject of it, it's one of those stupid TV shows that seems to think that having a window out to the street and having a bunch of goobers looking in the window with signs and waving somehow adds something to the show. And it is nothing but annoying. I don't give a rat's ass if you're in New York City. I don't care about these morons who are out there saying hi to mom or whatever they're doing. Really. You want to know why people are leaving network television in droves? There's one reason right there. Stupid, mind-numbing shows like that with morons waving in the background. Are you kidding me? I can't tell you the last time I saw the Today Show. I can't. I think Jane Pauley was on it. I think this is the last time I watched it for more than 30 seconds. Yes, and they have a tradition of fat and wacky weathermen on there, Dean. You're absolutely right. Give me a break. Anyway, this woman, Dr. Gail Seitz, is purportedly a contributor to the Today Show. I say purportedly because I'd have no way of checking. This is on the MSNBC.com website. Isn't the Today Show on NBC? Why is this on the MSNBC website? I don't know. Anyway, the headline of this story goes like this. Need a mate? 5 dating tips for single moms. Here's the story, which includes a bunch of bullet points. The commitment to motherhood takes so much time and energy that forming a new relationship often falls by the wayside. Some mothers choose not to pair up, quote, for the sake of the kids. But there is room in your life for both a man and motherhood. If having a romantic partner and companion is important to you, I urge you to put effort into finding one. Otherwise, you will end up resenting your children and blaming them for your loneliness. Well, it is because of them that you're lonely, dear, but who decided to crank those little crumb crunchers out? Yeah, the finger of blame comes right back to you. Here, it says, are some suggestions for parenting while dating. Then we get to the bullet points. The first bullet point says, don't introduce the kids too quickly. The last thing you want is for the kids to grow attached to a man who will be gone in a year or two. Or for them to see your life as a revolving door with men traipsing through. If a relationship is fun, but you know it's destined to fizzle, like if you're doing the pizza boy, I added that part. Don't introduce the kids at all. Go out, have a good time, and return home alone. If your children grow attached to this man, his departure will be painful for them. Introduce the kids to a man only when you really feel he is someone you have a future with. The next bullet point says, be sexually conservative. Of course, any woman following these rules, why would you want to be dating her? It says here, don't sleep with a man too soon. It's hard to contain the dramatic and devastating hurt that comes from being dumped by a man you just slept with, and it will affect your parenting. If he is really interested in you, he will wait for sex. I don't agree with that at all. If he doesn't know how to close the deal, he will wait for sex. If he has low self-esteem, he will wait for sex. And I might add, any man who appears to be waiting for sex is probably getting it somewhere else. I'm talking to you, the hottest server at TGI Fridays in North Scottsdale, you. Did anybody go over and look at her, by the way, just to see if she was telling the truth? Somebody should go over and check that out. What was her name? Tiffany? Somebody should go to TGI Fridays and just see if Tiffany is all that. And report back. Seriously, if a man is really interested in you, he will wait for sex. That's a false statement. Reality is, I'm going to tell you my perspective as a man. The longer you make me wait for sex, the more turned off I get. It's not the opposite. The longer you make me wait, the hotter it gets. The more I want you. It's the exact opposite. The longer you act like mommy, or the longer you act like a bitch and you continue to deny me, the less turned on I am. There are women I never slept with. Not for their lack of trying. I wanted it in the beginning, and they pushed me away. And as time wore on, I started to lose interest. Once I've been rejected, I don't keep coming at you. Reject me once, I won't try again. And I think there's a lot of guys like me. The longer you make us wait, the more likely it is we'll call you less often, show up less. We'll be getting sex other places while we're quote-unquote waiting for you. That's the biggest fallacy in the world, that most men, like, are waiting for you to give in. We're not waiting. Most of us, after you give us a peck on the cheek at your front door, most of us have a list of phone numbers, and we immediately start dialing. So if you tell us, oh, my God, look at the time, it's 10:30, and we take you home and you say, good night, most of us start doing a little dialing, sometimes a little drunk dialing, and then we go get it somewhere else. That's what we do. We are not waiting for sex, girls. We're not. You think we're waiting. You think we love you. You think because we love you so much, we're willing to wait until you decide it's time. And in reality, we're not waiting for anything. We're getting it elsewhere. And if in the meantime we get even better sex or even hotter chicks than you, we'll stop calling altogether. And then you'll say, I don't know why he stopped calling. He stopped calling. Let me figure it out for you. Let me spell it out for you. You make us wait, we're going to get it somewhere else. We're going to keep looking for it until we find what we want. And when we get it, why bother calling you with all the rules and regulations? I'll kiss you, but that's it. What if my kids found out? Oh. I tell you not to date single mothers, and this is some of the crap you have to face, and then the advice columns these women read. Another bullet point in this article. If you're having sex, keep it private from the kids. No unlocked doors, no heavy displays of affection, no revolving stream of men traipsing through your life. By the way, the word traipsing, twice in the first 6 paragraphs of this story. You will have a hard time dealing with the kids once they become teenagers and hold you up as an example for their own behavior. Another bullet point, don't confide in your child. It is tempting to talk about romance, especially if, say, you have a teenage daughter. But confiding, complaining, or seeking advice will make her feel responsible, and it's unfair to burden her with that. Another bullet point here says, set a good example. You can't be a successful parent if you have different rules for yourself and the kids. If you take abuse from a boyfriend, you are teaching your sons to treat women badly and your daughters to tolerate this behavior. If you break up with a man who has met your kids, talk to the kids about it. Explain that this breakup has nothing to do with the children. They didn't cause it, they can't fix it, and you are all going to be just fine. Yeah. I mean, at best, and I don't recommend this, but at best, a single mother is a booty call because she doesn't have time for you. You are something she's squeezing in between all her commitments, her kids, her job, whatever. And frankly, our advice column will be damned. Most of them do introduce you to their kids. Most of them want to have dates where the kids are present. And ultimately, at some point, even if you're not a quote-unquote dad or surrogate dad, you'll end up doing things dads do, like paying for stuff. That little date you're all going to go on to Disneyland or Legoland or Knott's Berry Farm, you're going to be paying for that. Universal Studios, what is that, $52 a head? You'll be paying that. All to get laid once every 3 weeks if you're lucky. Now and then, here and there. And she won't be able to moan or scream or anything. She'll have to keep her mouth closed. The pillow over her face, whatever. It's not pretty. We have said on this program for so many years, guys, don't date single mothers. Doesn't this advice column give you some good reasons why not?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Yo, Tommy, I got a question for you, brother.
Yeah, Donnie.
You need a sidekick on the broadcasting station?
No, I don't.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. Dave on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Dad. How are you?
All right, son. How are you?
I'm a lot better, especially knowing that I realized the right thing to do by listening to you. I met this girl about 3 weeks ago, and I've been asking her out, doing this, doing that. She has a 3-year-old daughter. Big mistake, but I've automatically set in cruise control for fun mode, right? No long term. Anyway, she finally called me last night and said, "Oh, by the way, do you want to go to lunch tomorrow?" Lunch? What's going to happen after lunch?
Nothing. Nothing.
Exactly. I said, "No, I'm busy. I got things to do." I said, "If you want to go to dinner and, have a few drinks, then give me a call." And she's all butthurt about it. But hey, we got to stand up for what's right, right?
Right.
Awesome. Hey, can you take me out Kobe JFK Jr.?
Here you go.
This is about us. She's so special to me. It beats in my heart. The air I breathe. She's so special to me.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Robert on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello, Robert.
Hey, how's it going, Tom?
Going okay, Robert.
Excellent. Hey, Tom, I just want to make a point here. I'm driving here with my mom in the car right now, and we're talking about how these women are making their guys wait so long to have kids. Well, my mother made my biological father wait 3 years to have sex with her before she had me. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't wait 3 years, let me tell you.
Yeah, I know he didn't wait 3 years, Tom. I know he was doing his thing. But what I'm trying to say here is that I'm a product of that. My biological father ain't around right now. Okay? I mean, no offense to my mom. I love her. She's mom, right? But that's what happens, ladies. You're waiting around. You think these guys could be the great guy and all this stuff. Hey, he waited around 3 years. Here comes the kid. He bounced.
What kind of loser would wait 3 years to have sex?
He has low self-esteem.
No, but that's the thing is, I'm saying he didn't wait.
Oh yeah, no. Well, that's, you know what I'm saying. Like that's what, like you said, they either don't have.
Your mom was delusional, believing that he was waiting for sex with her, that she had a monopoly on the franchise.
There you go. Well, hey, I'll tell you what, Tom. Don't want to take up too much of your time. I want you taking all the bong hit. Thank you, Jesus.
Here you go, Robert.
Thank you, Jesus.
Rodrigo, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, son.
Hey, Tom. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Just want to make a quick comment on what you said earlier. You couldn't be more right on what you said about chicks beating around the bush. It's kind of like, time to go home, peck on the cheek, good night. Yeah, right. I mean, you couldn't be more right. You read me like a book, Tom. We definitely pick up our phones and start dialing.
That's right.
What I want, bitch. Let's quit beating around the bush.
I mean, women are delusional. They think that once we go out with them, that we're so head over heels over them, that they own the sex monopoly, and that we can't get it anywhere else, and so we're just going to wait, and we're going to wait until they say, okay. We got to wait until they say Simon Says or whatever. And the reality is that we don't wait. We get it somewhere else, ladies. We do. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Tyler on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing this afternoon?
Doing okay.
Good. I will agree with one thing in the article, because it makes the main point about us finding a man. I think that's important for single women, because to quote you, single women end up raising the future carjackers of America, and guys like me, high school teachers, end up paying for that.
Right. It's just that I don't want to be the one who's responsible for somebody else's mistakes.
Exactly. And then they turn to male teachers like me to be the disciplinarian, and I'm only with the child 3 years.
Right.
And it's sad. Now, when you said about the waiting for sex, a few years ago I was dating a Christian girl, and peck on the cheek, after a week, no problem. After about 4 weeks, she announced that she would like to put God first in our relationship.
Really?
At which point I pecked her on the cheek, got on the phone, went to a bar, and met someone else, and phoned her later in a drunken rage. Sloppy as all hell, said, hey, we're done. But it's sad, and she started crying because all of her friends, well, they have these boyfriends that want to put God first in the relationship.
Right.
And it's beyond me. Because
by the way, how many of these women who want to put God first in the relationship are virgins?
Yeah, really, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just
somebody else got in there, just not you.
Exactly. Yeah, it's to get these guys by the balls, and that's it. These guys, oh, we're putting God, and I'm thinking, really, pal? So.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, put God first in our relationship, bitch. Now get down on your knees.
Hey, can you take me out African tribal style?
Here you go, Tyler.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
How'd you marry somebody who doesn't like to go downtown?
I guess sheer stupidity.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, the Tom Leykis Show. Now, apparently, Dean spoke to Tiffany over there at the TGI Fridays in North Scottsdale. Apparently, somebody already came in looking for her over on Scottsdale Road. And apparently, other people are telling us they're going to show up there, see if they can find her. We still don't know if she's all that. That's what we're waiting for a report on. So we'll see. She's working the lunch shift. So if you're in the area, I think she's only there till about 5 o'clock. And then she's going home. All right, 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Elizabeth on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How's it going?
Doing great.
Hi, I'm a new listener, and you know, it makes me laugh because you have a tendency to make huge generalizations about women.
Yes, because you have to, because it's a radio program. We're broadcasting to millions of people.
But this is my point.
So you must generalize.
Right, and I think you know, going with your last scenario, I think there's women out there that just want to have sex too, and that do make a six-figure income, like myself, and
most of them are fat and fugly.
What's that?
Most of them are fat or fugly.
Well, I'm 5'10", I weigh 125 pounds, I'm only 26 years old.
How are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say probably a 9. My last boyfriend, after he broke up with me, he used to say that I was still a hot product.
A hot product? Maybe you were just stolen.
No, I don't know.
What celebrity do you look like?
I tend to be single for a while.
What celebrity do you look most like?
I always hear Heather Locklear. That's the big one.
Heather Locklear when she was hot, or Heather Locklear past her expiration date?
Well, I'm 26. I hope I don't look like her right now.
You never know.
Yeah. So, anyways, I like your show, and I'm glad to have you in Phoenix. So.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thanks.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Ken on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I discovered your show about a month ago. I'm a new listener in the L.A. area, and now I listen to you every day at work. And this whole single mom bit is actually what I caught on one show, and that's what got me hooked to your show. Yeah, I agree with the guy that just called in a few minutes ago when you guys are saying the whole, waiting for God or changing for God about having sex thing is just complete crap, because I dated a girl about a year and a half ago, so maybe very churchy and everything, but she, did this, that, and the other thing before. And she was 18, she had a kid. She got pregnant when she was 16 in high school, and I was, I didn't know about your show at the time, so I was stupid and went for it because we got along great. And then it just, after about a month, it just went all to hell. We went out for Valentine's Day dinner, and I fooled around a little bit with her in the car on the way back to her house, but I said that I wanted to do more, and she said, oh, well, I have to be back by such and such a time, which she didn't tell me in the previous 2 or 3 hours we were hanging out. Then the next day we were going to go to a concert, or we got tickets for a concert, and she didn't want her cousin to find out. Then her cousin found out because her dad, and then she didn't want to go anymore. Then the day after that, she told me that
she didn't want to, you know, she hadn't been true to God. She didn't want to have sex anymore and all this stuff. And then she woke up and she was really depressed for no reason. And then I wrote her brother, you know, concerned about it because she said she might move away to get better, and I didn't want that to happen. And she flipped out. Her family flipped out because the brother wasn't supposed to know. And then she dumped me and didn't want to attempt to fix anything, and she didn't want anything to do with me out of nowhere anymore after telling me she loved me so much and this, that, and the other thing. And then I found out about 3 months after that whole ordeal that she had gone back and not only got back together with, but actually ended up marrying the kid from high school that she had the kid with. They used to abuse her and treat her like, I'm sorry, I'm on the radio, but just treat her terrible and everything. And apparently she's happy with this kid again and whatever. It was just the biggest disaster ever. And after hearing your show and hearing all the stuff and the advice you tell people, you know, it opened my eyes to a lot of stuff that I didn't see coming before, and now I realize the whole I'm trapped.
Good for you. Proud of you, Ken.
Thanks.
Thank you for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Heidi on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to say something for the females out there, because the last female I was on had the personality of a doorknob. Pretty much, same thing goes for women. You know, there's some women out there who only want to have fun. A lot of them are single moms, and they're not really looking for anything serious. They're just looking for some fun. And a man...
Yeah, but it's no fun for a guy.
Well, it goes the same way. I mean, guys, they pretty much think with their penises, and
well, that's how we are. So what?
I know, you can't change them. What can I say?
Right. But you could always be a lesbian, dear.
You know, women are more discreet about it. They say that they only want sex with one man, but really what they're doing behind your back is they're saying to you that, you know, hey, I want to wait, but like, you know, the men out there, they're also having fun and having sex with other men.
So you agree that women are dishonest?
Yeah.
You can't say that word on the air.
Men are, they're too honest. If anything, they get themselves in trouble. If anything, the men who aren't honest and they actually cover their tracks, they're the smart ones, and they're the ones that are having sex with all of the women. And they're even getting the sex with the women who only say that they want to have sex with one man, and you know, they say, okay, honey.
Yeah, so any man who waits for a woman to have sex is a fool. Like if a woman says, you just have to wait, he's a fool if he does.
Yeah, usually it's because of religious beliefs. And
well, they claim those.
It's really because they've been hurt in the past, and they have to blame the rest of the world for their problems in their lives.
Probably true.
There's a lot of men out there that have the same complex. They only want to have sex with one woman because they've been cheated on and they've been hurt in the past. It's really humanity.
Well, I went out with a woman once who told me that she didn't want to have sex because her last boyfriend was so abusive. And my response to that was, yeah, but you had sex with him. Repeatedly.
Yeah.
So he got rewarded. I, who have never harmed you in any way, I'm going to be punished for what he did.
I would have said...
Meanwhile, he was rewarded. How about you have sex with me? I'll never hurt you.
See, but you should have said, sorry, you have too many personal problems. I don't think...
Oh, don't worry. And by the way, this woman complained to me. Let me tell you what she said to me. This was amazing. She said to me, yeah, you know, I've dated a lot of guys, and they all say the same thing. I won't have sex with them, and they don't want to go out with me anymore. They don't call me anymore.
Wow.
She even sent me, guess what? She sent me emails that she'd saved from other guys who were saying the same thing I was saying. She just couldn't believe that men were so shallow.
Well, men are shallow. Get over it. I mean, they only think of themselves, and
we all only think of ourselves, and that includes women who want to get our money or want to get commitments out of us. We're all thinking of our own best interests.
Always. That's
all of us, men and women. Everybody's looking out for number one. That's how it works.
That's right.
Now that Mother Teresa is dead, it's pretty much unanimous.
There's a few good souls out there who actually do want to wait, and it's not because of religious purposes, and it's not because they
they're all 12 years old. It's very hard to find a 25-year-old virgin anymore.
True. Very true. There was a 85-year-old woman who actually did wait, and she got married, and she had sex when she was 85 years old.
Wow. What the hell it was?
Probably shorts.
Short and something.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
What do you get for your girlfriend? Tell me about it.
Well, she's 30, single mother with a kid, and I work with her.
You get her a new boyfriend.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's Tom Leykis Show. Jason. Hello. Did he hang up at the last second?
I'm right here.
Oh. Been waiting for you here, Jason.
How's it going?
Great.
First-time caller, first-time listener in Phoenix, Tempe.
Great.
So, yeah, you guys are talking about the guy with the girlfriend that's all Christian and all that. I'm dating a girl 2 years. Started dating, fooling around. And now, she's like, my priorities fooling around isn't that big of a deal. I'm leaving for the Navy in a year. And, she wants to wait till we get married. And I'm like, forget that, man.
Why have you been dating her this long without sex?
Oh, I don't know. Shame on me.
Shame on you. I would stop immediately.
So.
You're losing nothing.
I got extra on the side.
Yeah, but why bother dating her at all?
I don't know.
I mean, you don't need to get married.
That's true. That's true.
So you're letting her give you an ultimatum, Marry me and I'll have sex with you. Is she a virgin? Probably not.
Yeah.
So other guys have gotten to have sex with her, but not you.
Damn it. Yeah.
So you're not as good as the other guys, I guess.
No, well, I'm leaving, so I pretty much told her, and I don't know, I guess the...
You don't pretty much tell her. You absolutely tell her, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
You don't need to be having it on the side. You should be having it right up front.
True. So...
What possessed you to waste your time with her?
I have no idea. I honestly don't know. Like, she's just smoking. I think I just got caught up on thinking, hey...
What good is it if a chick is smoking and won't have sex with you? If a chick is smoking and won't get naked with you, what good is it?
None, I guess. Yeah.
That's right. So you need to DTB immediately.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm leaving for the Navy, but I guess, yeah, let her know tonight it's over.
Yeah. You need to be pounding as many butts as you can between now and the time you leave.
Oh, hell yeah. My buddy, he left for Iraq about a month ago, and but stupid him, though, he didn't use a condom. Now he's got a kid.
Hopefully you learned a lesson from that, Jason.
Oh, hell yeah, I did. Yeah. I sent him a message. After listening to your show, I was like, dude, you should have wrapped it up, man.
No doubt about it. Hopefully you will. Thank you, Jason. Our email address, tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.